Hello dear traders, welcome to InstaForex TV channel. You are watching a weekly link up with me, Takhmina Salomova. We are going to discuss the ongoing situation on Forex with technical analyst Petr Vikimovic and forecast for the moves of trading instruments. Let us start our discussion with the outlook for the most popular currency pair. This week, the single European currency has been trading lower against the US dollar. In its turn, the dynamics of the greenback was shaped by the political global events connected with escalation of a trade conflict between the United States and China, as well as Donald Trump's protectionism. Market participants expect that next week the market situation will remain the same. Let us ask our technical analyst for his expert advice. Hello Petr, what further moves in the euro versus American dollar pair do you expect?
Hello dear traders. On the euro versus US dollar, what I found is the breakout of the key support trend line, which held for basically for a few weeks. The price rejected from this support trend line, but finally sellers managed to go through this support trend line, and now in my opinion we could see a further bearish moment of the euro versus US dollar. What I'm expecting is basically testing of the previous low according to the 4-hour time frame, the previous significant low, and my advice absolutely watch for selling opportunities this currency pair due to this breakout of this key support trend line, and there is also space for the more downside. The 1.1500 is the potential take profit level if you plan to sell the euro versus US dollar. So again, my advice to watch for selling opportunities due to the broken support trend line in the background.
The British pound came under the spotlight this week. The political uncertainty over Brexit shapes the sentiment in this market. Even strong macroeconomic data did not help the British national currency get stronger against the greenback. What can you tell about the pound-dollar pair?
On the British pound versus US dollar, what I found is basically the downward channel is in place there, and price is basically respecting the sellers. Every time they touch the upper diagonal of this downward channel, they start to resell again and again and again. So this is a strong downward trend, and in my opinion, it's always good to go with the direction of the trend, since it's a very hard to pick up bottoms and tops. So going with the trend is the good idea on the British pound versus US dollar. So watch for selling opportunities with a downward target, the 1.2780. This can be a very good level. It's also support based on the daily time frame, and I thought that that level got a good support in the background. So watch for selling opportunities again, downward trend. The British pound versus US dollar trade inside of this downward channel. So go with the flow and go with a trend.
Still, traders remain cautious about making their trading choice. The trade conflict between the United States and China causes a rise in demand for safe haven currencies. Thus, the Japanese yen has gained solid ground against the US dollar. What do you think? Will the yen be able to maintain the bullish trend for long?
On the USD versus Japanese yen, what I found is basically according to a daily time frame, the price respect 50 simple moving average, and it's actually, if you check what happened previously in the background, two times. Once the price touched the 50 simple moving average, the buyers came in, and right now the USD Japanese yen testing this 50 simple moving average. So be very careful when selling. There's also a lower deal on the upward channel near this 50 simple moving average. So again, there's a confluence of the supports around this level where the USD Japanese yen is right now. So watch for buying opportunities. The upward targets have set the price of 112.10, which is the previous resistance based on the daily time frame, and 113.15, which is also the high based on the swing high based on the daily price action. Again, bullish trend overall, testing of the 50 simple moving average, lower diagonal. This upward channel is near this zone, so watch for buying opportunities.
Meanwhile, risky assets like momentum against the American currency, the Aussie versus American dollar pair ends this trading week with major losses. What can you say about it?
On the Australian dollar versus US dollar, what I found is basically the recent idea that I alerted you previous week that you watched for buying is actually worked very well. But price actually did exactly what I forecasted the previous week. And at the moment that the Australian dollar is basically testing that supply trend line, it's a very strong resistance based on the 4-hour time frame. So my advice to watch for selling opportunities because this currency pair trade near the resistance. So watch for selling opportunities with a downward target at 0.7335, which is basically the lower end of this channel where the Australian dollar is trading right now. So watch for selling opportunities.
Peter, thank you for your valuable trading recommendations. See you next week. You have watched the weekly link up on InstaForex TV channel. This edition was presented by me, Tahmina Salomova, and Petar Yakimovic, a technical analyst of InstaForex in Serbia. We wish you big profits. See you soon.